Friends, hi, how are you today? How's it going? I hope that today finds you well. Today I am doing a video that is a Chatty Get Ready with me, and you all will get to see how I put this eye look together. I have heard you in the comments. I have seen them come in leaps and bounds, people wanting to see me put together an eye look. So today I am doing that. I did start doing this kind of last year where I would review or do some kind of like tutorial or get ready with me utilizing the palettes in my palette roulette series. Every single palette. I only did it for a short period of time because I didn't think I was getting a whole lot of traction on them. I didn't really think that anybody wanted to see me put on my makeup. But like I said, I've seen you, a lot of you, in the comment section saying, yes, please. I really am humbled by the fact that you all want to see me put together eye looks. So that is what I've got for you today. It is in the style of a get ready with me fashion. It started off kind of looking a little like army-esque, maybe even a little camouflage. Right now I think it's a little more fall than the month states it should be. But I kind of like it. I didn't think I was going to like it at first. It was kind of rough at first, but there is a short portion of the video where my camera stopped recording and I didn't know it. So there is a short portion of what I did that you won't get to see, but I did talk you through the items that I used. I do think that I talked through every item that I used in this video. But with that said, always, everything is linked down in my description box that I could find a link for. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I am a lover of all things high-end, colorful beauty and self-care. I am a woman in her 40s who is often told you cannot do, you should not do. You are too old for that, and I am here to tell you, I'm gonna do me. You do you, boo. Nobody's gonna care what makes your soul happy more than you do. So do what suits your soul, because I'm going to be out here doing what suits my soul, and we can link arms in this journey together. I hope that at the end of this, you'll find that I am your perfect partner here, that I will be the person that you can always rely on to tell you, like, whatever surrounds your heart and makes you happy is what you should be doing. And that is why I'm here. That is why I do this. That is why I do this. So I also think that I'm a smidge bit of a kick in the pants to hang out with sometimes. So I do hope that you enjoy the channel enough that you want to subscribe before you leave today. And with that said, let's roll into this. As you guys heard from the intro, I am doing a makeup look because I have had so many people comment that they would like to see me do my makeup. So here we are. And I am going to do a makeup look, and I am going to use the Carnival 3 Love Tahiti palette. And I did start doing these last year at some point in time with my palette roulette palettes, coming to you and doing a makeup look with those palettes that would kick out about 3 weeks after I had done the palette roulette, and then linked back to the palette roulette so that you guys could all see them. I guess I need to start doing that again because an awful lot of people apparently enjoyed them. I'm here because I want to entertain you. So there's that. So we're going to be using this look today. I'm going to do it like get ready with me style. So we're just going to be talking. I maybe won't be speaking too much about the palette. I'm going to get you all up close and personal so that you guys can see what's going on with my eye look. With that said, I have only put SPF and moisturizer on my face at this point in time. So glad that I put my Shop My Stash items right here on the desk with me. I just had a momentary panic attack because I thought maybe I wasn't recording sound. I've done that a couple times since switching to this whole new setup. It's not fun. It is about a week after 4th of July. And I was going to, I guess, talk to you guys about how our 4th of July went. I would be interested to know also how your guys's went. I took the week before the 4th off. Didn't do anything really except for record. I recorded a bunch during that week. I like to stay pretty uploaded because my job, for those of you who don't know, I am, and many of you know, I don't know why I continue to say this, but I am a district leader for Ulta Beauty, and I'm the leader of all things services and prestige business, so like boutiques and whatnot. I have a hand in all the events that go on in my district and making sure that the servicing stays, you know, pretty much to budget. It keeps me very busy. I travel quite a bit, and when I travel, I just don't have time to keep up with my uploads, so I like to pre-film a lot. So I took the week before the holiday off so that I could do some pre-filming, and yeah, it panned out well. I thought I got a lot of pre-filming done. I was super happy to get the pre-filming done that I did get done. I didn't get my palette, I can't remember where I was going with that, except for to say that I didn't get my palette roulette done for this palette because I was still testing it. The palette roulette that I will be recording then will be like 2 weeks with this palette, which is pretty unheard of for me. I usually just spend a week with a palette, but I have really kind of enjoyed this palette. We went to visit my family in the Seattle area, and I always love it when we go visit my family in the Seattle area. I have a lot of fun there. We did a lot of water sports and barbecuing, and my parents live on a lake, so we watched the fireworks around the lake and really didn't do much beyond that, but my daughter stayed behind to spend the week with my parents. So a little bit on my 4th of July holiday, which was fantastic. I was gone from work for like 12 days, which was crazy because you always come back and you feel like you're new, like you don't know what you're doing. I definitely felt that way. I spent the first day trying to catch up, and then the second day also trying to catch up. So there's that. Next week I'm super excited because I will get to go be with some of my stores. I think I'm gonna go like nail down a hiring plan with one of my stores that has a dark salon, which means they have nobody in the salon, no stylists are working, so trying to figure out how to hire. For those of you who do run businesses, are you having a hard time with staffing lately? I just feel like it's like never ending. Like once we start getting ahead, it's like something happens and we're like 10 steps backwards. It's frustrating. It's super frustrating. Let me know how you guys are doing down in the comment section. I would love to hear, especially from those that do have a business as well, what they're seeing out there in your area. I'd love to know that it's not just my area. So a little bit about my healthcare journey too. I know that a lot of you have been following along. I had a really good year last year actually with my healthcare journey. I started to go see a nutritionist in May of last year, and really just kind of got disgusted with myself. So I started to go see a nutritionist, lost a grip ton of weight, doing everything right, and then over the last 6 months, I kind of took a step back. I got out of the habit of walking like I was, and because of that, well, not because of that, I guess in addition to that, I also got out of the habit of eating the way I was eating, and I had lost 50 pounds, and I've gained back about 10 of those pounds, and it's disgusting to me. So I promised myself and my nutritionist that I'd jump back on the bandwagon. I was seeing a whole lot of success from it, and I mean, I still am, but I'm not eating anywhere near like what I was eating when I, was super big. And if you guys look back on my channel, you will see I have lost quite a bit of weight, but I have gained some of it back. So I need an accountability. I need somebody who will do it with me. And like when I go see my sister, we walk together, she and I. But she's got a lot of friends where she's at. Where we're at, I have like no friend. I mean, who am I kidding? I don't really have friends in the first place. I don't have anybody to walk with, and I'm the love of my life. He was walking with me for quite some time last year, right after his back surgery, because he had to, because the doctor told him he needed to do exercise. But now that he doesn't feel like he has to anymore, he doesn't want to. It's also, you know, 110 degrees outside, and currently we're inundated with fires. There's a ton of fires happening right now. They're all over, all around us, and it's really scary. I mean, this area pretty typically gets, I mean, we have fire season. This is fire season, and it's pretty typical. The skyline outside is orange. And they don't think it's the fireworks that did it, even though we're like super like hot off the presses of 4th of July. We actually had some heat lightning, and that is what they think did it. So what I was saying, I guess, is who wants to walk when it's 900 degrees outside? I think, like, I'm doing one eye right now, and I'll come back to you guys and I'll have the other eye done. I think that's just gonna help us make this not as long. My friend Anna does these videos all the time, and she's so fun to watch because she just talks. She talks the whole time. Like, I never ever know how she comes up with as much stuff as she has to talk about. Her life, though, I think is probably way more interesting than mine because she lives down in Louisiana. My battery died. Hopefully I'm not in too different of a place for you. I don't think you missed anything as far as application goes because I think I caught it right about the time it died. So that's the one eye done. I'm gonna pause the video, do my other eye, then I'll come back and we'll do my under eye and the rest of my makeup. So I got done with my other eye. So I am going to put on some primer, and I'm actually, I think, going to use this one because I'm going to use a skin tint today because it's just far too hot for anything more than a skin tint, if I'm honest. So I take probably way more than I should, honestly, but like that is just me skimming the top. It's actually not a whole lot, but it's probably more than I need. This is an excellent primer. Here's what I have to say about this eye look before we go much further than this. It really started out looking like very camo, like army, and I actually kind of dig it right now. The products that I'm using besides this palette are all out of my Shop My Stash. I'll link that video up there so that you guys can see it. I think I'm going to use the Fenty Eavesdrop Skin Tint today. I just put some onto a little like palette, just enough. I hate using my fingers. I have to remind everybody of that, but I just put a little bit on there, and then I will typically take a brush. With my skin tints, I either like to use a paddle brush or this one, which is the Sigma F89, I think it is. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. The number is far too small for me. But it is the Baked Kabuki brush. It's kind of slanted, but it's really super dense. And I just like to pick it up on the brush just a little bit at a time, honestly, and then put it on my skin. I like using a brush because it soaks up less, and with the skin tints it's more important to soak up less because they are just a tint, right? There's no girth to them because I don't want my sponges to soak up all of the skin tint. With the foundation, I don't think a sponge is necessarily inherently bad. I do know that it soaks up a lot of your product, but I also find that I can put a little bit onto my sponge, and a little tiny bit goes a long way on my sponge with an actual foundation, whereas with a skin tint I don't really feel like that's the case. For reference, I am a light to medium fair skinned girl. but not like Casper fair skinned, right? I do have a little bit of an olive complexion, so I do like a neutral undertone. I have a lot of like olivey warmth in my skin. I love a natural look. I love, like, if I'm going to put a foundation on my face, I very rarely will go for a full coverage foundation. There are a couple full coverage foundations in my collection that I absolutely love, but it's because they don't feel like a full coverage foundation, and it's because they go on very natural. They look very natural for a full coverage. So that is half of my face done with that skin tint. I love this skin tint. I hope that you can see the difference. It just kind of just evens everything out, which I love about it, because that is really what I want a foundation for, is just to even out everything on my skin, not really necessarily cover up. I love my skin. I have pretty decent skin, so I am not looking for something to cover up every freckle that I have or every imperfection, because skin is imperfect. It's there, nobody has perfect skin, and I guarantee you that the people that you think have perfect skin all find or can find something wrong with their skin. I'm very dry, so I try and hydrate my skin as much as possible, drink a lot of water, which is not something I ever did as I sit here and chug down a Diet Dr. Pepper. It is what it is. Okay, so that is the whole of my skin covered with the skin tint, and I had the appropriate amount. I'm just gonna get whatever is left on this palette off and just kind of push it into the areas I think maybe need a little bit more. I think where I left off with you guys when I was putting on my eyeshadow is telling you that I was needing to get back into my routine for walking, and I think I'm gonna hold myself accountable with you guys. I think I am going to, for concealer, I don't like wearing concealer, but I am using the ColourPop No Filter concealer, and I have this shade Light 14. I don't like wearing concealer, so I put it onto my hands, and then I will use my sponge, get some on my sponge, and then I will put it onto my skin so that it's a little less like crazy. So I feel like I need to hold myself accountable with something that I am also doing all the time, and that is YouTube. So because I can't really hold myself accountable with work, right? Work is work. YouTube is more recreational for me, as is walking. So I need to hold myself accountable with something I do all the time also, but something I don't know how to explain it, but I need to hold myself accountable somewhere. And I think that YouTube is going to be the way that I am able to do that, because I can do, like, you know, fitness vlogs or something like that. Take you guys with me when I'm walking, or do like a get ready with me talking about how I'm doing with my fitness. Let me know if that even, yes, I know I'm a beauty channel, but let me know if that even sounds like something you guys are interested in. I know when I first started my healthcare journey, my weight loss journey, I did have a lot of people that were super interested in it. So I'm not sure if those people still exist on my channel, but I would just like to say we've gotten a lot of new family members to our little family here, and I am so excited about it, and I'm super excited to just welcome everybody who is new into the fold here. We are a little bit crazy, but have a lot of fun. I definitely love myself some colorful makeup, and I love myself some makeup chatter. So if that is also something that you like, you've definitely found the right place to be. I find that I am a little bit more makeup commentary than anything else, which is weird for me because I don't even know that I know what makeup commentary is. But let's do my under eyes really quick. Okay, yeah, my skin looks really good right now. I love that eavesdrop foundation or skin tint. I think that they did a really good job with that, for sure. This is just the Revlon Color Stay Retractable Eye Pencil in brown. This is in or espresso, maybe. It's in my project pan. This has been a staple in my collection for so long, and it's almost gone, as a matter of fact. That is kind of hurting my eyeball. I wonder if that's plastic. I would love for it to be not in my collection when it's time for me to roll in my project pan update. That would be the dream. All right, I'm gonna take the little pencil brush that has green on it, put a little bit more green on, and then I'm gonna smudge out that brown. I went and got my eyes checked the other day and ordered new glasses. Well, the other day. It's been 3 weeks. How often does it normally take for glasses? Like, I don't think I've ever had glasses take me 3 weeks to get. So, the craziest thing, though, is they're mailing them to me. Maybe that's why it hasn't taken 3 weeks in the past. I've never had an eye doctor mail me my glasses. I just thought that that was kind of strange. I'm going to take on a super fluffy brush. I'm taking some of that orange, and the reason why I'm using a newer brush is because the brush that I used up here has kind of like that green, and I did put some black into this eye look, so that has that green and black on it, and I don't want that on my under eye. I think this eye look very much falls in line with the grunge girl vibes I go for quite a bit. All right, inner corner. Let's use, what color? Let's use this yellow, maybe? Yeah, I think I'm gonna use that yellow. Do you guys have this palette? I guess I should say who has this palette. I would be interested to hear your thoughts on this palette. I am quite enjoying this palette because it is, in my opinion, very versatile for my needs, right? I don't think it would be versatile for somebody who needs like day looks and night looks, but like because I work for Ulta Beauty, this could be my day look. I love that in my inner corner. Yes. Okay, let's get some color back on this face. I do think that I look very pale right now, and I am actually tan. I'm actually pretty tan. I don't really know how that happened, but we're gonna try this bronzer. This is the LYS No Limits bronzer in Motivate, which is the light shade, and that is what it looks like. So I'm actually going to use this brush here, which is the Real Techniques 300. It's part of their Galaxy ones. These came with kind of odd handles, right? Kind of rectangular, twisted handles, very like out of this world looking, and they had a little like ball sponge with them that was variegated purple and white, and I loved that thing. Ooh, this is a pretty bronzer. It's kind of reminds me of like a yellow tone though. Do you guys see that? Is it yellow to you as well in the screen? I think it looks kind of yellow. That's weird because I don't think it looks yellow in the pan. Maybe it's because of the colors on my eyes. Maybe. I feel like I'm kind of going overboard with this bronzer. No. I've just got color back in my skin. Yeah. I didn't go overboard. It looks fine. It looks fine, right? I think it looks fine. I'm gonna start holding myself responsible and accountable, I think, by involving you guys in that accountability, because that's the only way I know how to do it, really. If I don't involve you in that accountability, then I kind of don't really know what to do with myself and don't hold myself accountable. I was talking about it all the time previously when I was doing it. I'm going to use the Madison Miller Ofra All You Need Is Love, and it is kind of like a coral toned blush, and I'm just going to grab blush brush in hand. This is the Luxie 504 large angled brush. What was I saying? Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. I think it goes really well with this eye look too. So holding myself accountable is going to mean maybe coming to you guys with one of these kind of videos once a month that I can talk about all the things, but have a large focus on how I'm feeling from a nutrition standpoint or a healthcare journey standpoint. I'm seeing that a lot of people in my comments want me to start doing my makeup on camera again, which is something that I did do, that I quit doing about the same time that I quit talking about my healthcare journey. Also, that'll help me hold myself accountable with you all, so you all could be helping me, but also give you guys something that you want, which is me doing my makeup. How do we feel about that? Do we feel okay? I would really hate for you guys not to love that thought process. So, truth here. Nothing. This is a safe space. Please tell your truth. Okay. So, it appears that I was not recording the entire time I was putting on my highlight, which is the MAC Double Gleam that's in my Shop My Stash. I will link that video. It also appears that we have new evacuations going on in our area because of the crazy fires that are going on right now. It appears, like I said, that you maybe missed the entire time of me putting on my highlight, which is the MAC Double Gleam. This is in my Shop My Stash. It is also what I used in my brow bone. It does appear that you also missed me putting my brows together, which was just this. This is the only product I use in my brows. I did also explain in that moment of me putting this on that this is why I don't do brow tutorials. Everything prior to me putting this on my brows was my natural brows. I am one of the lucky ones that doesn't really have to do anything with my brows. This is the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit. They do have minis in this. The minis are $15. They last forever. I think my last mini of this lasted a good 6-8 months, somewhere in there. I got my girl Anna hooked on it, and if you go buy yourself a mini, you'll be hooked on it too. It's like the perfect brow setter. It's clear, and it doesn't make your brows feel stiff, but it also holds them in place. It doesn't flake, it doesn't bunch, it doesn't goop, it doesn't pill. It's amazing for girls with hairy brows, girls without hairy brows. I do believe Anna doesn't have super intense or filled brows. I do think that she uses a pencil in hers, so you didn't see me do my eyeliner, which I'm actually pretty grateful for, because my liquid eyeliner is a wee bit of a booger for me. Like, I struggle with it still. Taught myself how to do it. I use the IT Cosmetics Superhero Liner, and it's an amazing eyeliner, and that's really, you know, what helps, really, is having a great eyeliner, but I still struggle with it. I am going to tightline now. This is the Cargo Swimmables Waterproof Eye Pencil, and this is just black. It took me forever to get the balls up to tightline my eyes, and now I almost can't imagine not doing it. When I don't do it, it's like the first thing I see is that space that was my tight line, that flesh there in between my lashes and my eyeliner. So I am going to use this mascara. This is the Big Ego by Tarte. This is also in my sample series. This will be the first time I used it. This brush is massive. Ooh. I typically like to poke myself in the eyeball with these kind of brushes, so let's see how this goes. I think you also missed me talking about my Shop My Stash. I did say I really do love it, and I think I posed the question in that Shop My Stash video, but I'm going to pose it here too. You guys, I really hate doing those videos. I love doing the whole process of Shop My Stash, but I just don't, I feel like it's too long. The last video was 45 minutes. And I also feel like I can't get around my room well enough for you guys to get the kind of Shop My Stash that many people like, which is the Tiki Tiki one, right? The one where you're going through all the products so everybody could see your collection and whatnot. And I know that's what everybody loves. I love those too. But I can't do them. I can't do them without the video being almost an hour. So I guess here's I mean, a lot of people watch them, but the view retention isn't super great. I also need to do it though in a way that doesn't make me mad, doesn't irritate me, because I love the whole thought of it. And I love the fact that I'm using things in my collection that I've had in my collection for a year that I haven't even thought to use. I hate recording it because I can never get the lighting right and I could never get the setting right. And I hate editing it because I feel like I'm not able to do everything I want to in that video and have you guys see it without it being an hour long. So I know, like, my friend Nona, she said that she'd watch my Shop My Stash, which, you guys, I'm going to pause on that thought for a second and continue with the Shop My Stash one, and then remind me to get back to the Nona thought. She'd watch my Shop My Stash no matter how I did it. I have another, a friend subscriber of mine that said that she definitely likes the ones where you get to see the collection as a person is digging through it, which I agree. I like those too. Are you okay with a video that is an hour long? I guess. And honestly, that video takes me so much time to do because just my stuff is just all over the place. So I'm posing the question in this too. Okay, so Nona topic. And it's not really about Nona, but she's the one that I've noticed it on. And are you guys noticing comments being deleted on your videos if you're a creator? And are you noticing, if you're not a creator but you're leaving comments, that your comments aren't showing up underneath a person's video once you've made the comments? Like, I know that if you don't wait the 3 minutes, to comment on somebody's video, that it shows up in spam. Like, I, for one, will watch a video. I'll watch maybe mini videos because I download videos to watch while I'm driving because I travel for work a lot. I don't necessarily watch them, but I listen to them, right? So I download videos to do that. And I can't necessarily comment while I'm driving down the road. So I will leave them in my downloaded videos and then go back into each one of those videos and comment after I've already watched the video, but I'm not going to watch it all over again. And sometimes I forget to wait until that 3-minute mark to hit post. And I've had friends tell me, like, you showed up in my spam. So then I have to explain to them why I showed up in my spam, their spam. I don't really care if you show up in my spam. I know that there's reasons why people probably show up in spam. There's that, right? But Nona's comments are getting deleted entirely. Like, I see them in my email. I even see them in my notifications. But then when I go to respond to her and thank her for commenting, her comment is gone. Like, gone. Like, nowhere to be found. So I haven't really noticed that a whole lot from anything I've posted, but I do notice it on my channel. So I'm wondering if you guys have noticed it with things that you're posting. I would be interested to hear because I'm sad for Nona. I know of at least 6 comments that, and she puts a lot of thought into her comments. Her comments are long, and she watches the entire video and she comments the entire time. So I just don't understand why her comments are getting deleted. But I know of at least 6 or 8 comments that she's left on my channel over the last several months. She leaves comments all the time. So it's not even every single one of her comments. It's just like hand-picked comments. I don't understand it. But I'd be interested to know if you guys know of any of that shenanigans going on in the YouTubes. Are you seeing that too? I am going to go in with the lip liner in, yes, Intense Blush. This is a Clinique quick liner for Lips Intense, and it is in the shade Blush. It's just a My Lips But Better almost. This is a Nature's Cartel lipstick, and this is in the shade 90s Nostalgia. I got this in a BoxyCharm, or not a BoxyCharm, a IPSY. This is a Tarteist lip paint. I think it's a gloss though, and it's in the shade Strike Gold, which is a little more like brown. And this lipstick I don't think is the best. I think I might declutter that after. All right, I'm gonna go zhuzh my hair, as my friend Anna says, and then I will be right back. I didn't do much zhuzhing. I didn't do much of that because it's roughly hair washing day right now. I need to wash it real bad. But this is the final look, and this is using the Be Perfect Love Tahiti palette in, well, Carnival 3 Love Tahiti palette in conjunction with Stacey Marie MUA. I have a palette roulette that I did on this palette. You guys will see this video after that palette roulette. So that palette roulette will be linked in the cards of this video at some point in this. I'm sure very early on in it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It is something that you all have been asking for, and I know that I put the brakes on these so often, but I do plan on coming to you more often, talking about makeup or talking about life, I guess, while I'm putting on my makeup, so that you guys do get to see an eye look occasionally. And yeah, you guys, I'm gonna do the, you know, pure narcissistic montage of me, like showing you the eye look with my eyeballs open, my eyeballs closed, turning my head. I'm going to do that for you right now, and then we will get you out of here. So I do hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that if you did, you're considering giving it a big thumbs up. I also hope that you enjoyed it enough, or me enough, that you're considering subscribing before you go. I would love to welcome you into my amazing YouTube family here and have you along for this incredible journey of ours. I hope that 2021 is treating you all kindly. I hope that your July 4th was amazing. I hope that July so far has been amazing, and that you are all safe and healthy and doing well. I hope that you all are loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye friends.